Welcome to Movie Story Short. In today's video, we're delving into a gripping horror film that's sure to send shivers down your spine, L'Intérieur, also known as Inside. Our channel is dedicated to summarizing movies in just a few minutes, so you can get the highlights without missing the excitement. Let's jump into the chilling story. L'Intérieur is a French horror film directed by Julien Maury and Alexandre Bastillo, released in 2007. The film unfolds on Christmas Eve, a time typically associated with warmth and joy, but in this narrative, it becomes the backdrop for a horrifying ordeal. The story centers around Sarah, a young woman who is grieving the recent death of her husband, who died in a tragic car accident. Sarah is pregnant, and with only hours left until she is due, she finds herself alone in her home, trying to cope with her immense loss and prepare for the arrival of her baby. The emotional weight of her situation is palpable as she reflects on her life and the bright future that now feels so uncertain. As the night progresses, Sarah's solitude is shattered by the arrival of a mysterious woman who knocks at her door. This woman appears disheveled and distressed, claiming she needs help and wants to use Sarah's phone. Instinctively, Sarah feels uneasy about this stranger and declines to let her inside. The atmosphere grows tense as the woman becomes increasingly insistent, and it's clear that she has ulterior motives. When Sarah calls the police, they arrive but find no sign of the woman outside. After ensuring everything is secure, the officers leave, but the tension in the air remains thick. Sarah tries to settle down, but her anxiety escalates, and she becomes hyper-aware of her surroundings. Every creak of the house and flicker of the lights feels amplified in her mind. As the night deepens, the stranger's determination grows. She breaks into Sarah's home, cutting the power and plunging the house into darkness. This act of aggression sends Sarah into a panic. Armed with only her instinct to protect her unborn child, she begins to fight back against this intruder. The film excels in creating a claustrophobic environment, with Sarah's home becoming a trap from which she struggles to escape. The intruder reveals her true nature. She is obsessed with Sarah's pregnancy and has sinister intentions. The tension mounts as the woman makes it clear she wants to take the baby for herself, revealing a twisted and desperate motivation. Sarah's attempts to fend off her attacker lead to a series of brutal confrontations. She is relentless in her defense, utilizing anything she can find as a weapon. The scenes are graphic and intense, filled with visceral horror as Sarah fights for her life and the life of her unborn child. The cinematography amplifies the terror, with close-up shots that highlight the raw emotions and fear on Sarah's face. As the night wears on, Sarah becomes increasingly desperate. She manages to escape into various rooms of the house, trying to find a way to outsmart her attacker. However, the relentless nature of the intruder makes it seem like hope is slipping away. The audience is kept on edge, not knowing how far the woman will go to achieve her goal. In one particularly harrowing scene, Sarah tries to reach for her phone to call for help, but the intruder catches her and a fierce struggle ensues. The physicality of the fight showcases both women's desperation, the intruder driven by her obsession and Sarah fueled by the instinct to protect her child at all costs. As the film reaches its climax, the psychological horror intensifies. Sarah's fear becomes palpable, and her determination to survive escalates into sheer willpower. Each moment feels more urgent, as the ticking clock symbolizes the impending arrival of her baby and the stakes of her survival. Finally, a brutal showdown occurs between Sarah and the intruder. In a moment filled with chaos and violence, Sarah musters all her strength and cunning to turn the tables on her attacker. The film reaches a crescendo as blood is shed and survival becomes the only focus. In the aftermath of the confrontation, Sarah emerges battered but triumphant. However, the film does not shy away from the emotional and physical toll that the night has taken on her. The final scenes leave the audience with a sense of dread as the implications of the night's events settle in. As dawn breaks, Sarah is left to confront the reality of what has happened. The film closes on a haunting note, underscoring the trauma she has endured and the fragile nature of life and safety. And here's where the movie ends. If you enjoyed this intense and gripping summary, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Movie Story Short for more thrilling movie summaries. Thank you for watching.